Today, we're diving deep into the latest buzz surrounding Micah Parsons, a player who has made waves in the NFL, particularly during his time with the Green Bay Packers. We'll explore his journey, his current recovery efforts, and what it all means for the Packers moving forward. Hang tight, because by the end of this discussion, we'll ponder some intriguing questions about his future and the team's direction. Micah Parsons joined the Packers in a significant trade, instantly becoming the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL. It's a title that carries immense weight, and he didn't shy away from the expectations. In his first season, he proved to be a powerhouse on the field, appearing in 14 games and racking up an impressive 41 tackles and 12.5 sacks. Those numbers are no joke, and they highlight his talent and work ethic. Yet, as we know all too well in sports, injuries can change the course of a season in a heartbeat. Sadly, Parsons' promising season came to an abrupt halt in Week 15 against the Denver Broncos when he suffered a torn ACL. This devastating injury required surgery and put him out for the remainder of the season. As a die-hard Packers fan, it's tough to see a player with such potential sidelined, especially someone who is making such a significant impact on our defense. How do you think his absence will affect the Packers' defensive strategy moving forward? Will we see younger players step up? Or will the team look for reinforcements in the offseason? While Parsons has been focusing on his recovery, he hasn't completely disappeared from the limelight. He's been actively engaging with fans on social media, keeping the spirit alive and showing that he still has a passion for sports. Just recently, he was following the NCAA Wrestling Championships, where his former college, the Penn State Nittany Lions, aimed for a historic achievement. It's moments like these that remind us of Parsons' competitive nature. He's not just a player, he's a fan of sports in general, and that connection with the game is something that resonates with many of us. Unfortunately, Penn State fell short of producing 6 individual national champions in a single tournament, which would have been a monumental feat. The heartbreak was evident as Parsons tweeted about the loss, expressing his disappointment for Shane Van Ness, who narrowly missed out in the finals. This shows us that Parsons is not only dedicated to his craft, but also deeply invested in the successes of his former teammates. How do you feel about players maintaining connections with their college programs? Should they focus solely on their professional careers, or is this kind of engagement beneficial for both them and their teams? Looking back at Parsons' journey, it's incredible to see how far he has come. He started as a standout at Penn State, where he carved out a reputation as one of the top defensive prospects in the nation. His transition to the NFL was seamless, and he was selected in the first round by the Dallas Cowboys. But now, as a member of the Packers, he has another opportunity to redefine his legacy. What are your expectations for Parsons upon his return? Can he reclaim his previous form, or will the injuries set him back? Now, as we contemplate the future of Micah Parsons with the Green Bay Packers, there's a lot to consider. The team has high hopes for him, especially with the potential gaps in the defense that could arise this season. With the right recovery and training, he could emerge as a leader on the field, but that all depends on how he heals and adapts post-injury. In the meantime, we need to keep the conversation going. What do you think the Packers should do to support Parsons during his recovery? Should they consider bringing in additional talent to fill any potential gaps? Or is it better to let the current roster develop? As we wrap up this discussion, I want to hear from you. Comment, "Go Green Bay Packers," if you're as excited about Parsons' future as I am. Also, let me know your thoughts. Where are you tuning in from? And what do you think about the direction of the Packers with Parsons in the mix? Your opinions matter, and together we can continue to cheer for our beloved team as they navigate these challenges. The Green Bay Packers are shaking things up on defense, and it's about time. With new defensive coordinator Jonathan Gannon at the helm, the team is making a significant shift from a 4-3 alignment to a classic 3-4 base scheme. This change isn't just a minor tweak. It could redefine how the Packers approach defense and what players fit into this new vision. So, what does this mean for the squad, and particularly for young linebacker Colin Oliver? Let's dive in and explore the potential impact of this transformation. Colin Oliver is definitely a name to keep an eye on as we gear up for the season. After a rookie year that was marred by injury, he has a golden opportunity to step up and make his mark in this revamped scheme. If you're a fan like me, you know how critical it is to have fresh talent ready to shine, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Comment "Go Green Bay Packers" in the comments if you're excited about this new development. Oliver comes with a strong college resume, having played at Oklahoma State, where he made a name for himself by getting to the quarterback with impressive frequency. In his freshman year, he led the Big 12 with 11.5 sacks and finished his college career with 23.5 sacks. That's not just solid, that's elite production. But it's not just the numbers that stand out, it's how he played. When he transitioned to a stand-up linebacker role in his final college season, he showcased his ability to pressure the quarterback effectively, recording 14 pressures and 2 sacks on a mere 46 snaps. That kind of efficiency is what the Packers need in their new defensive scheme. So, how does this translate in Green Bay? The 3-4 defense that Gannon is implementing relies on athletic outside linebackers who can create pressure. This is where Oliver's skills can really shine. The Packers are also reestablishing their coaching staff with DeMarcus Covington taking over as the outside linebackers coach. This move signals a clear path for Oliver to become a significant contributor. Last season's 4-3 alignment didn't quite play to his strengths, but now he can finally showcase what he can do best. It's also worth noting that Lucas Van Ness is expected to transition from a defensive end to a down lineman role in this new scheme. This reshuffling opens up more opportunities for Oliver to step into a premium role on the edge. Remember how he was dubbed Baby Micah during rookie minicamp? That's high praise, especially considering Micah Parsons' status in the league. As Oliver shakes off the injury that sidelined him last year, he has a real chance to make that complimentary role a reality on Sundays. Operating from a stand-up position puts Oliver in a better position to leverage his strengths. He may not be the biggest guy on the field, but his speed, burst, and flexibility can be game changers. Instead of trying to outmuscle larger offensive tackles, he can use his agility to get around them, creating opportunities for himself and his teammates. A healthy and effective Oliver could be just what this team needs. The Packers can't afford to put all their eggs in one basket with Parsons returning from injury. With Oliver able to draw attention on the opposite edge, it opens up the possibility for creative blitz packages and can make life a lot tougher for opposing quarterbacks. Fans, how do you feel about this new direction? Are you excited to see what Oliver can do with this opportunity? The potential for a dynamic edge rusher like him in a 3-4 scheme can't be overstated. This change aligns perfectly with his skill set, and it's hard not to get excited about the possibilities. As we look forward to training camp, keep your eyes on Oliver. His performance there could dictate not just the Packers' defensive strategy, but also how they approach their season overall. The Packers are building a new defensive identity, and Oliver is a key piece of that puzzle. As we wrap this up, let's hear from you. Where are you tuning in from? What do you think about Colin Oliver stepping into a bigger role this season? Comment your city and your thoughts on the future of the Green Bay Packers. And don't forget to subscribe for more updates on your favorite team. Go Pack Go! Packers fans, buckle up because we're diving into some exciting changes happening with our beloved Green Bay Packers. The team is shifting back to a 3-4 base defense under their new defensive coordinator. And let me tell you, this move is sparking plenty of conversation. With changes like these, there are bound to be winners and losers, and we're here to break it all down. First, let's talk about Jonathan Ford. The Packers drafted him in the 7th round of the 2022 draft, and he's had a rocky start. He didn't make the roster in his rookie season and spent a lot of time on the practice squad. Fast forward to now, and Ford is back with the Packers after a stint with the Bears. He's re-signed in free agency and is looking to make a name for himself in this new 3-4 scheme. Ford is a big guy, and the nose tackle position is crucial in a 3-4 defense. He's been working on his technique, and it sounds like he's ready to step up. Is this Ford's year to finally break through? Can he show the coaching staff that he's worth a spot on the roster? Fans, what do you think? Is he a hidden gem, or should we be looking elsewhere? Now, let's shift our focus to Colin Oliver. He's another intriguing player in this mix. After a rough final season at Oklahoma State due to injury, He was selected by the Packers in the 5th round of the 2025 draft, but missed the first 16 games due to a hamstring injury. Oliver has versatility, being able to play both linebacker and edge rusher. He's got to stay healthy, though. If he can, the Packers could have a dynamic player on their hands. Do you think he can carve out a role in this new defensive alignment? What are your thoughts on his potential contributions? Next up, we have a Jaron Cooper, who had a standout final season at Texas A&M. With 8 sacks and 17 tackles for loss, he's shown he can make plays. The Packers traded for Micah Parsons, which puts Cooper in an interesting position. He has the potential to bounce between linebacker and edge rusher, taking advantage of his playmaking ability. How do you see Cooper fitting into plans? Can he thrive in this new defensive scheme alongside Parsons? Speaking of Parsons, he's a beast, isn't he? A former All-American and NFL Defensive Player of the Year. He's been a game changer for the Cowboys. While he won't be wearing green and gold, his impact on the game is undeniable. His brother even expressed excitement about the Packers switching to a 3-4 defense. Imagine if the Packers could replicate what made Parsons so effective in his role, using players like Cooper and Oliver to wreak havoc on opposing offenses. Does that get you excited, Packers fans? Now, let's discuss Lucas Van Ness. He's a versatile player who can switch between defensive end and outside linebacker. At 275 pounds, he has the size and strength to make an impact, but with so much change happening around him, it's crucial for him to adapt quickly. There's a lot of pressure on him, especially in a contract year. Can he shine in this new scheme? Would you like to see him take on more of a leadership role? Then there's the linebacker situation. With only 2 linebackers in a 3-4 scheme, we have to consider the implications for players like Isaiah McDuffie and Tyron Hopper. McDuffie has had plenty of playing time over the past 3 seasons, but will he see less time with the transition? The fact that the Packers traded for Zaire Franklin instead of relying solely on Hopper suggests they have some doubts about his readiness. What do you think this means for McDuffie's future with the team? Are you concerned about his role in this new defense? General Manager Brian Gutekunst has a tough job ahead of him. Should he prioritize drafting a nose tackle, even if it means passing up on the best player available? It's a tough call, especially with the memories of the 2009 draft when the Packers selected B.J. Raji to anchor their new 3-4 defense. Will Gutekunst take a similar approach this year? Who do you think the Packers should target in the draft? In conclusion, there's a whirlwind of changes happening for the Packers as they transition back to a 3-4 defense. With new opportunities for players like Ford, Oliver, Cooper, and Van Ness, the team could see some exciting developments. But with change comes uncertainty. How will these players adapt? Who will thrive, and who might struggle? Packers fans, I want to hear from you. Comment "Go Green Bay Packers" below, and let's get the conversation going. Where do you think the team is headed with this new scheme, and what role do you see for your favorite players? Don't forget to include your city in the comments, and share your thoughts on what we can expect from our Packers in the upcoming season. Let's rally together and support our team as they embark on this new journey.